off to a great start coughing over here. So, where do I begin here? I have to find something really fast first. But I'm going to attempt to edit some video that I took a long time ago. Don't mind me as I poorly try to find it. Let's see if I can find it first. I am not a professional filmmaker, in the sense of like cutting, coloring. Maybe I'll get there one day, but today is definitely not that day. So we're gonna play around, but I have to find it first. 1 second. Nope, this is not it. Oh, some of this is it. Okay, hold on. Where does it start? I forgot about this stuff too. So, where this story begins, actually, is that I owned a Red camera for like a month. And I'm actually going to import all of this footage into here. I'm okay with that. And I am probably doing this wrong, which I will learn later. But it's fine for now. Okay, here we go. And I own a camera and I shot this footage, and I have crazy amounts of undeniable camera shake in this. And I don't even remember, what my art direction really was at this point in time because it's been so long. I know that this footage that I'm kind of like scrolling over here that you can't see was supposed to tell some sort of beauty story about things being, like color being symbiotic or something, I don't remember. But, and that's definitely not going to come through now because I honestly shot this in like 2019. So let's pull this over here and kind of see what we have to play with. Let's see. I definitely want to spend a lot more of this year getting into video, playing with narrative, exploring video, all that good stuff. I think it's really important, and I'm also realizing right now that I don't think my Twitch is working once again. I don't know why this keeps happening to me, but it does. Oh, it's working now. Okay. Anywho. So, okay. So I'm gonna scroll through this and just like see how bad of a camera woman I was. I know that I have some moments that I might be able to like make into something interesting, but I know that for this particular segment, I was literally just playing around with literally the most prepubescent senses of like movement. And that was really it. Like that could be cute, I don't know. So right now we're gonna see just even what could even be pulled out of here, right? Oh, hey G. And yeah, one of these days, maybe I'll become a big, a big boy with my video editing software and use something that surpasses Premiere or Words, Final Cut, because let's be honest, those are not the move, but it's fine for now. Alright, I'm gonna go through this and kind of just like see what even exists. In hindsight, I'm actually kind of impressed with the fact that I don't have as bad of camera shake as I remember having. Because I remember not being able to hold this at all. So like that could be fun. And so I'm gonna start with literally just like pulling these clips out and kind of see if there's any sort of a makeshift anything that I can make out of this when we're done. I definitely think that going into this year, if I do play around with video, which I think I want to, and I think I need to for the stories that I want to tell, that there needs to be a lot more narrative. I definitely don't think this is footage that I want to use warp stabilizer on yet. I remember that when I played around with this initially, like I was shooting this on an older red camera, so I think like a red Scarlet, and it was just really heavy. And my thought process right now is that if I can get little clips and make something out of them, then the motions could potentially be fast enough or, you know, fluid enough where you won't even notice that I was doing this by hand. Let's see. I just was super weak. I was in such a weak point of my life muscularly. I wonder when I was like resetting. The other thing that's gonna be funny about going through this is that I don't even remember what I was filming. Like I can tell that I'm giving her some direction here. Okay, let's see what this ends up being into. I could probably play around with this even. Okay. So, I definitely wish I had like some sort of a storyboard maybe that I was using for this. I have no idea. I have no idea what I was thinking when I filmed any of this. All I know is that I have footage that I could use. And if I go through cutting a bunch of it and I get bored, then I may hop into pretending that I can color. I don't know if the screen is calibrated right now though. So that is to be determined. And we will see how it goes. Alright. I'm rewinding here. Sorry that you guys can hear the cars outside my house. I'm definitely wondering if I can maybe take some of this and change my composition to something that's like 1080p and kind of play around with all these like peekaboo moments, because that's definitely picking out at me right now, or like peeking out at me. Oops, I cut that too soon. But the moral of the story will be, don't make video without a story, because then you're not really gonna know what you're doing. Or that's just movement, right? There's no narrative here. Alright, let's see. Okay. So I'm not gonna get rid of stuff yet, but I am gonna like scrub through some more of this. Just because I don't, oh yeah, we did a couple of looks, honestly. And I filmed them all. Lots of gestures with hands. Don't know what I was thinking with the hands. It's really funny to make things and then go back and look at what you've created and then wonder what was on your mind. But this could be interesting. Alright, let's see. I also hate that right now I currently can't actually tell. I'm gonna need to recalibrate my display after this. So at some point I was like slightly out of focus here. And then and then I pulled in here. It's kind of funny to think back now about how when I made this, I don't even know if like decent cameras with auto, like tracking autofocus was the thing. Probably wasn't, I'm just blind to it. Alright, let's see. Not that you're gonna want that anyways, though. Let's be honest. Unless you're vlogging. Okay, I shouldn't be deleting stuff, but it's whatever. There's even something about this move here where she goes from this shoulder to the other, and she's in focus and out of focus that I think is pretty. And I think the moment ends here. So the moral of the story here is, beyond my random banter about why you should always write a story, I can very easily be hired to film your random moving portraits, I guess. That is a skill that I have. Okay. I'm gonna come look through this again later. There are actually specific clips that I know that I really want to find. And so I'm trying to see if I can find them. It's not even in this look, it's in this one. This was like my favorite look that we did. Alright, here we go. So I'm gonna segregate these right now. Kind of by look. I should technically add more video tracks for now, but I think that I'll actually just focus on this footage. Oh wait, not this one. You can go back here. And so let's see what we have going on. This like overlay piece is really cool. This shot I should definitely not be doing anything with at all. So maybe, let's see. I feel like I like this downward motion better than the upward motion, if I'm being honest with myself. I like we're gonna go in on this for sure. And I bet you I could even start it from here. Alright. I know that there are... This is where I ended here, okay. I know that there are, portrait moments that I shot doing with this. Whew. Yeah, I like this upload one better than the one that I already pulled. I don't like this gesture with what happened with the hair here. But if we're gonna start like here, I wish I would have directed her to close her eyes here, because it's kind of creepy if she doesn't close her eyes. Hats off to filmmakers around the world who have mastered all of this already, especially those who are much younger than me. Okay. Yeah, I really hate how PC the hair gets over there. That's just like a movement thing on my end. And then it just gets caught in the netting of this piece, so bye-bye, and we don't need any of that. Oh, this is kind of fun though, but how's her hair? Okay. That's kind of fun. So what if we're here? What's gonna be funny is that I'm literally just gonna have all of these random pieces of video. To then maybe make something when I'm done. We shall see. Alright, that's where the hand disappears. See, the one thing that's really driving me nuts about this garment is that the hair keeps getting caught in the back. But we will have to deal with that. Okay, this can all just go. This piece of hair right here drives me nuts, but I'm wondering if I take this into a different timeline, because I shot this in 4K, so if I like scale all of this down to like a 1080p timeline, I think we'll start here. Then maybe I could play around my crop a little bit. Okay. Just looking to see if there's anything I've missed over here. Okay. I do have this open on Twitch and YouTube, so if one of you guys is on like one chat or the other, and I respond, it's not gonna make sense to the other one, but it's okay. Sorry about my hiccups. Alright, ding da da ding ding ding. Cool. So that's fun, we'll play around with that. This is kind of useless, maybe. This can kind of live in negative space if like maybe I'll want some of that, but probably not. I like this gesture, hate what's going on with the hair though. Damn. Did I ever fix that? Okay. The hair will be the death of me in this one, huh? Madeline's a really amazing model, which has made this experiment really fun for me. And I hope that at the end of this little cut here, then I can either maybe make like 3 little 10-second nothings, or I don't know. Okay, so oh, see, but I didn't like that gesture. I just hate what's happening with the hair. Okay. Maybe there's hope for me. Let's give all of this a big cut to maybe. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely a no for me. I'm sure at this point I was like, let's do something with your hands. Whoops. Okay. Alright, so this is just gonna have a big chunk of like maybe there's some moments in here and I will revisit it. This is a no. Did my lighting change? Or was someone in the light? We'll never know. We'll never know what happened to this clip. And why it's suddenly dark. Oh, we were out of the light for sure. Okay, so this is me working on getting that hair flip back. So I think we can start this one here. And then we'll take it all the way through here. I'm waiting for a scene or like a part where the hands are gone a little bit. Okay, so I kind of, not necessarily gonna keep this in any capacity in that sequence, but I like what's kind of happening in there. No. I'm not sure why we did that again. Alright, so all this can go. I have no idea why we kept fake swimming. Can someone tell me why in any capacity the fake swimming was a vibe? Because it's not. It's not it. Okay. I am getting to the end of what I have in this look though, so hopefully I don't fake swim anymore. Alright. Continuing on, is there anything valuable or useful here? Nope. Okay. What was I? See, the one thing that I think is so interesting to look back and cut and play and edit old work is I look at things that I've done, like that gesture is gorgeous. Why didn't I keep it? Okay, hold on. I'm sure at some point I lose this. Alright. let's cut this and then we'll keep the transition out of it in case there's something else that I might find useful here. Alright, so this will end here. And where did that start for me? Let's see. So like, not here, but let's go over this way. A nice tag. A nice tag from some nice pretty pulled pieces. Definitely need a good clip of that. I hope that that's not in my shot that I like or I'm going to be upset. I feel like this moment honestly almost starts here for me. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness I saved myself somehow. I also am wondering what my frame rate is for this. Because I'm sure that this just like automatically. I have no idea why. I also don't think I shot this in 4K and thought that I did. Whoops. Okay, what do we have here? Oh no, Cole, why did you let more swimming happen? Okay, what else do we have going on here? This has the potential for like 5 seconds to be fun. Does it? I also don't know why I thought that it was in any regard necessary or important to film all the way down past her abdomen. It was not. It did not add anything to this clip at all. Alright, cool. Is that my land of definitely maybes? And this I want. Okay. I have no idea why we did this. Like, why did we think that this was fun? I don't understand. I guess maybe to show movement of the piece, but it doesn't do, this doesn't work for me. I'm a lot better at my current life, like directing what's going on versus, you know, actually filming it and directing it in tandem, I think. We will get there. Alright, all that can go. Okay. Is this actually fun right here though? Let's see. Maybe. I really feel horrible that her hair keeps getting stuck in the back of that thing though. And it kind of just like ruins, it's the first thing I stare at, is like her hair caught in the mesh stones. We definitely noticed it at this point. Okay. This is the footage that I know I'm most excited about. Are these like really slow, like rack focusing moments? In hindsight, I totally should have just like put the camera on a monopod and like stuck with just doing detail stuff the whole video. I think that would have been way more fun. Okay, so I definitely want like all of this. Okay, cool. That's cute and silly. Don't know what I would use that for, but we'll figure it out. I'm gonna revisit for now. Woof. A couple of things. First off, I'm gonna make a new sequence. 1 second, I'm gonna drag this off over here. You know what, I'm not even gonna like become too crazy with this right now. Oof. I'm gonna just like make a random sequence and then pull some of this footage over here. And then I'll play around my sequence settings for this later. Hold on. Did I lose my initial sequence? I hope not. Why do I feel blind? Okay, well, I suppose I can just drag this over here and start with this for now, because I know that I want what's in here. Seriously? I'm being delusional right now. This is how I do this. We're going to change these sequence settings, but then yeah, what is this? So my scary reality that I get to deal with is that I didn't shoot this in 4K and I thought I did. So I think that what I'll start with for fun is I will literally just play around with this stuff and then I'll come back to the things that I pulled in earlier. Or that I cut through earlier, and bring that into this. I don't really know how I'm going to string any of this along. I feel like I'm going to have to play with composition a lot. Like I feel like I'm gonna have to cut things up into thirds maybe, or I don't know. Okay. Because I'm not a video editor, it's funny how I'm having a hard time communicating what I'm thinking and talking at the same time on this stream. But this is cute. Maybe. I like that before her eye shifts down. So let's see if I can cut this out. And cut it from here to here maybe. Now I'm not sequencing these together at all, but I do kind of just want to see how they perform as like clips, I guess. Like that should have ended by now for sure. And that should end there. And that becomes kind of like a second moment. Okay. Because ultimately that's really what I need this stuff to be. If it drags on too long, I'm gonna hate it. Ooh, okay. And I might end up liking this a lot more, we're gonna see here. That's fun. Alright, so if I was really truly being good to myself, I would take this into DaVinci right now. And I also would have watched a lot more color grading videos prior to pretending like I can do this on the internet. But let's see what we can figure out here. So if I'm going to edit this moment, I'm gonna learn something with you guys live. I have no idea. So things that I do know about this is that if I apply something, I feel like I should just be going straight to curves, but I'm not gonna do that. But I feel like if I'm supposed to be applying something in here, I should be figuring out how to do it wholeheartedly. And I don't know if it's going to use keyframes or not, which is kind of hilarious. My video knowledge or lack thereof is really gonna show. Okay, so I definitely need to bring curves into this, but I'm not gonna do that here. Well, contrast, I mean. So let's go down to this. Whoa. Oh, that's because it's not where I wanted to be. Alright, let's see what we can play with in here. I'm not even sure. So like if I wanted to do this as like a starting point, okay, yep, okay, cool. I'm gonna go back to basic correction here, and I'm gonna take these highlights down. I'm really not sure if I am happy with what's happening here, but it's fine, we will live. Oops. I also feel like I need to refer to my original photos from this shoot. Let's see if I can find them. Hold on. Well, I definitely don't think that my coloring is gonna be close to this. Whoops. Hold on. I just realized it's someone who has my I'm throwing such shade over here with my hair all crazy. I went to go put my Instagram in to pull up a reference photo, and I put /Cole into the browser because I'm not logged in, and it took me to a soccer player from the Chicago Cubs organization who has the same first name as me. We should destroy him because we are both from Chicago. I'm just kidding. But how dare he have my handle? How dare he? Okay, anyway, we're moving on. Okay. I'm gonna have to log in for real. What a nightmare. I don't really go on my Instagram on my computer, so I don't want to be logged in on here, but here we are. Okay. Whoa. And who knows, I might end up re-editing this stuff. But This is how I colored this. It was really quick because you guys don't really need to see, it doesn't matter. Okay. I am gonna make this full screen over here, I think, and then try to pull this as a reference image, maybe. I also just don't know if when I go to do this for real, if I want this to be this contrasty, you know? Okay, moving on. I'm working on redoing a lot of my old work or things that I felt uneasy about playing with, and not only am I live streaming it for the accountability's sake, but I also want to live stream it because I think that everyone pretending that they know everything all the time is really boring. So here I am, I'm not going to pretend like I know everything. Okay. Off to not a cute start because this color is like barely even hitting this. I don't think that when I go, I'm probably gonna re-edit some of this. I don't think I want to have this much contrast. For a hilarious like moment, because I've never done this before. Oh. Can I undo the... Like, what do these even do? Okay, how do I, like, undo my own death? I'm here now, right? I'm back to me. So my presets scare me. They are scary. Oh. Hi! I have no idea who you are, Randy C. Photo, but it is nice to meet you. Welcome to my botched editing session. Feel free to tell me if you have more experience with this than I do, because right now I'm just playing around and throwing darts at a wall and hopefully maybe getting somewhere into the space. Oh! I'm glad that I'm not alone then. I'm glad that I'm not alone. Maybe by the end of this year, we can collectively putz through something together. The one thing that I've always been intimidated by is how do I take, you know, flat log raw footage and bring this in here. I'm gonna see how close I can get. I also think that that is silly. Okay. No. So what I'm going to assume here, I'm going to go back to my curves. Because what I'm also how I'm approaching this right now is actually how I would approach a photo now, and I edited this years ago. You know, at least you're making cool stuff, right? Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, by all means, like, link it in here. I would love to see it. I'm kind of just gonna see if I can even, like, maybe bring some of this out. I have two monitors set up, so if I miss you for a moment, it's because you're over here and I'm over here. Here and here. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to this. I kind of figured that just, like, throwing a dart on the wall here, I figured that if I played with this white balance selection that it was going to take me to a place because that backdrop is technically gray. I didn't get anywhere with that. So let's see. I'm going to go back to my curves. There's no normal person's way to flatten this back out, I don't think. Oh, cool. I'm going to guess that for this original shot I did like the natural normal man's S-curve. but see, I feel like this is already just like lacking. Oh, I did take this down. Some exposure. Can I see a histogram? Can I get a histogram? Is that an option in this tool? I think that might be the first thing that's like, why isn't it even in here? Oh, the lumetri scopes are here, but see, I don't know how to read this yet, and I know that I should learn how to read this, and I should learn what this means. And there are a couple of people on YouTube whose work I follow. For editing and streaming. I feel like 3 for me to backpedal on the monitor thing does become too much. Maybe it's my ADHD, but like even this to this is a lot for me. 2 is the most that I should have, I think. I think that maybe if I got more into video and like had a panel section and then had a viewer and then had my system, then I could do it. But right now I just, I need to like go with what I know. Plus also buying monitors is not fun. And yes, we should collab on a video. Sorry, this is somebody else, Randy, that's in a different side. Hi, Michael, how are you? I totally would love to collab on a video with you. We should do something at my studio, which is a whole different story. Also, I'm gonna take my clips out. My hair is like falling out weird. I just don't know if I'll be able to see. Yeah, right? Monitors are not a fun thing to buy. Which I'm probably still gonna get one this year, but I almost just bought one of the innovative carts because I know I need one for work. But do I want to buy a cart? No. Who was like, oh yeah, I'm so excited about buying a cart? Literally no normal person should be excited about buying metal. I was not. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be pretty, don't get me wrong, but like, no. Okay, wait. I'm gonna go back to, where am I? What did I do? Why did I? There we go. Okay, so here we are, we're back in here. Whoa, what the heck just happened? Okay, so we're off to this like really scary start, for sure. I don't know how to... If I zero this out, does that put... Can I delete this and start over? Is that an option? Okay. I'm going to Canada to go snowboarding again, which as a side note, not that anybody cares, but we just came back from like a small ski trip up in Lake Tahoe. And I hurt myself, so we'll see how this goes. But I'll be joining you in the cold. I think that everybody should go. I don't know. It's my whole thing about going is that I need to have something to do outside of this. I don't know if that's like the right way of looking at it, but if all I do is this, I think that it's a slippery slope. Okay. So right off the bat, I'm kind of feeling like I should be getting more into DaVinci, and I'm not. I've opened it, and it's a node-based system. Like, working in there feels really intimidating to me. But I'm gonna see if maybe, because normally I wouldn't like pump the gas on my curves like this. Woohoo! Alright, so things that I'm noticing right off the bat. like, I still just feel sad. I feel sad by what's happening with this. And maybe this is, like, kind of a telling sign about where my color is gonna go. Alright, what does this look like as I play it through? I'm definitely not... How do I word this? Randy's gonna mess this, so I'm gonna type it, but I have bones of glass. And I have an autoimmune disease, so like accident prone, I am the queen of being broken. Which I've actually talked with a lot of people about this because they don't realize that I am like an at-risk COVID-y person, which I'll tell you is not fun, by the way. But that's why the pandemic's been a completely miserably not fun nightmare for me, is that I don't want to die. Okay. Anywho, alright, let's see. I'm scared to see what happens if I do this. Wow, okay. So this must be like kind of like split tone question mark? I also wonder if I should just like redecide what this new coloring is gonna look like and say bye-bye to this. Choosing my own adventure sounds like way more fun. Okay. Now while I don't want this to actually... Why does that feel like reverse? Like any of this? I also don't want... How do I... Okay, I just cleared that out. So that's kind of fun. Learn what that does. I definitely feel like I'm starting to, at least through the curves, see what's going on in here now. I wish that I could see these scopes in here change. It'll be a really beautiful day when I learn how to read this. I'll tell you what. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, yes! Share them with me. Hi! Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this. I feel distracted now. Okay. Boo! I am not the queen of curves. We're gonna start with the sad tail there. This is my confession. Okay. And so I'm gonna see. Yeah, I already hate where this is going. I have no... I don't know why, but there's something about like color editing raw video that just feels so weirdly different to me than when I go in and do these same things on stills. Like, what is happening? Danger. Danger, danger. Horrifying. I think it's because it's flat footage. I don't know why busy my parents were back on the 7th. I'm actually going to be going to Whistler on the 4th. So I won't be back till the end of January. I'm excited. I'm kind of hoping to actually rework my book, which is like part of this is like to see if I can pull anything out of anything I've ever done, and add it to my land of things that I do. Okay. Ooh. I'm intrigued by that. Do you love how there's actually no logic as to like the colors I'm trying to add now? I've fully... Ooh, okay. So I'm used to this kind of being like an intensity slider. And clearly that's not what that is here. This is like... I'm scared. I really wish I could make these dials larger. Is there an option for that? Face detection, what the heck does that even do for me? Okay. So... And yes, we need to do ramen. I need to be a social person. I've been very antisocial. I feel busted. I just can't get COVID, you guys. It's just not gonna end well for me. Not that anybody can tell, but I've literally already gone through the COVID ringer and I don't want it to happen again. Okay, so did I reset this? Why do I still feel like I have something going on? Okay, it's in here. I feel stuck. Okay. This is my, like, my embarrassing complaint about how I feel stuck color editing right now. Can I reset all of this to 0? Alright, we're back to the beginning. Oh, where do I want to go from here? I'm a little bit concerned by the fact that, like, I want to see something really fast. Like, if I do this, and I isolate this color, and then I also want to do, like, this one. Yeah, see, it's just impacting that same range. That's really, really, really annoying to me. Because... Okay, I'm going back to this really fast. Does that mean that I'm going to have, like, 20 Lumetri color effects going on if I wanted to do specific isolated tones, because that sucks. Okay, I'm gonna go back in for this again. I was doing this kind of like the style of how I think I'm going to be doing my curves these days, but we will see if this is actually how they turn out. Oh no, I don't want to add another point here. At least you can add normally. But you know, I feel like that's going to be the future of how we access stuff. And I just say that because I've been talking about this with my brother a lot. He told me about something that he's using now that's different from TeamViewer for remoting into his desktop. And I don't remember what it's called. But he has a computer set up at my studio that's kind of like functioning as a server over there. And the end plan is to just be able to like remote into everything. So that will be the future of it all. Okay, anyway, I'm going back to this. Oh yeah, no, definitely not from a phone though. That would be stressful. That stresses me out for you. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So I don't mind where this is going. I need to figure out why I'm like struggling with adding any color in here. let's see. I also wish there, like, this is where my inner, like, photographer is coming into play, is that there's no obvious way from my shoes to see where the shadow point is living, which is kind of hilarious that that's gonna drive me nuts. Yeah, I could do that from an iPad. But Noodle Bones over here, she's not doing that on a phone. If someone needs something from me that bad, then that's a whole different conversation is how I feel. Especially during the holidays, I've just become such this advocate of, like, whatever you're trying to sell or promote or advocate for, please don't. Just please don't. That's my theory. I don't know if that's horrible or not, because it probably is. Alright. I'm getting to a place. Do I need to, like, actually take the saturation up a little bit? Like, is that what's killing me here? Because that would be weird. That's not like me to take the saturation up in anything, actually. Yeah. I really want one of the new M1 iPads, or like when they come out with a Pro version, because I have a hunch that that's going to get integrated into my workflow as they start writing the software to work with those chips. I also just think that editing workflow is going to be really interesting as time goes by. Okay. We're going to go into this blue now, I think. I kind of just want to see how I feel about this. Nope, don't want that there. I hate that when I start looking at something and then I realize it's just not quite what I want. I also just need to remember that I'm going to counterbalance some of this here in a second. So I'm going to push some green into here. Well, yellow, I should say, right? And I actually might let this, like, live a little bit of a bluish space down here. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to leave that here. Okay, counter move to that move. I'm already nervous for her. Because what is it, they joke about how you're like, your moves need to like all line up or whatever. I don't always know if that gets me whatever I want it to get me. Do you see what I'm saying? But maybe I'll align them all up in this regard and then readjust from here. Alright. Ooh, which MacBook are you gonna get? I got, I want a Z9, but I feel like that's not the actual direction that I want to go with that kind of money. I did order a maxed out 14-inch M1 Max, though. I understand that on like a technical level, it can't go as fast as the 16-inch because you'd have to put more fans and stuff in there. But I think the portability of that is really, really dope. Slap that on the desk, hook her up to some monitors. Like, I'm really excited for that, but it hasn't shipped yet. Z9, I'm on the fence about because I have a D5, and my biggest takeaway from having those bodies, or like the flagship cameras rather, is that they really, those, I don't know how to explain this, I'm like stumbling over words. It's not necessary if you're shooting portraiture, because they're targeted for like high speed events and stuff, and like super fast shooting. And from doing concerts and a lot of runway, like I kind of want one, but I'm slowly really trying to hone in more on doing like fine art editorial stuff, which doesn't necessarily mean I should be sinking $6,000 into a high-speed camera. It means I should be sinking that $6,000 into a digital back. That's my hot take there. And that's my opinion. That's what I'm going to be working towards. Also a freaking cart. A cart! Oh, can I clear that off though? Oh no. But yeah, I want a cart. That I do want. If either of you want to see the carts that I'm looking at, let me know. But anywho, I digress. I'm going back to this. So, basically my moves amounted to nothing currently. I don't really know where I want this to live. Like, do I want this to live in surrealism? Do I want this to live in, like, the land of normalcy? I once had somebody get into my head about how things should look and feel real, and it really did get to me for a long time. But lately I've realized that doesn't matter as much to me as I thought that it did. I'm not even gonna pretend like that's not the case. Like, I want things to not feel super sketchy fake looking, but I don't need them to feel like, I don't know, overkill either. Is that the way to word that? I should say overkill in the sense of like the realism spectrum. I think that I should be able to choose. Okay. So I can see some shifts between the blues and the greens as I play around with it. I'm not sure if anyone else is seeing that or if I'm just losing my mind. But I see it. It's there. So here's the real question. I think I'm going to get rid of that. I don't think that that's doing anything for me. I also think that I really want to figure out what's wrong with my like Blackmagic camera, because let's see. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. If I'm being honest, I think that I'm gonna get so I just ordered baby's first Hasselblad, and then I think I'm gonna get a digital back for it. Is kind of like what I'm gonna go for. I'm nervous. Oh yeah, that'd be great. That's so exciting. I've never been to Hawaii. I would love to go. Okay. Are you from Hawaii? No, you're from Colorado, right? I'm not insane. I'm curious about what the story is there. I had a friend of a friend that lived in Hawaii for a little while. Now am I too red? That's the real question. Oh my god. Please don't tell me that I'm the only one that when they stare at a screen for this long, they're like, whoa. My brain's just on a completely different note sometimes. With the colors. Okay. It's like I had to lean forwards and then lean backwards and then glance at it with a fresh set of eyes. Okay. I'm not hating where this is at. I think that the only thing that I might want to do, which I'll probably regret, is like maybe pump a little bit of blue into the shadows. I don't think I want to do it in here though. I think I'm going to leave this as kind of like a natural little mixy. And I might see what happens if I just like add a little bit of contrast in here. Take the shadows down some more, but take that white point up. I don't necessarily think that I need to take the shadows up a lot in this, however I do want to take this black point down. Alright. I think I just want to saturate what I did. I don't know if that makes sense to do that way. It doesn't. It does not make sense to saturate it that way. Okay. Yes, now I want to know what your favorite places that you've ever lived. Or ever even been to. I'm definitely curious. If anybody else wants to share or add to that, by all means do so. Okay, so right off the bat, can I do that here? Oh, I can. I'm sure that however I just color graded this is not correct, air quotes, but we're doing it, we're here. I'm definitely so excited to just like spend a couple weeks like really going back into my archives and rediscovering my work and myself. Okay. Something that I really want to do is add another one of these. Can I do that though? Is it going to have a meltdown? I don't know how this works. Okay, cool. So I didn't even need to leave that panel. I'm dumb. Okay, so we're gonna call this like this will be my base color. Now I love how I'm making faces at myself. I'm going to really kind of just like select a mid-tone. I'm gonna see if I can do this in the way that I would do. Oh. Like, what am I even doing right now? Oh, this is annoying. Right now I'm literally just trying to undo all of my woes. Okay, I like what this is showing me because, and I wonder, is this functionality, you guys tell me, can you do this, like this kind of an isolation in, the words are there. I also love that I'm not even isolating anything that I want to isolate. So we're gonna start over. But can you do this in Lightroom? Because I've never known how to do this in Lightroom. I also think that I need to see like how it isolates. So I'm going to really try to just like hit those points in there. I don't think I want to go that far into this though. Opposite way. Oh, no. Watching me butcher this is probably really gratifying for someone who knows, or like satisfying to watch for somebody who like really knows how to use these tools. Okay. But what I'm hoping I'm gonna be really annoyed if this is not the case. But see, I just feel like it's still applying globally. And so now I have to ask, so now I have to know how much time you spent in New York City, because that is undeniably my favorite place in the States. I love living in LA, don't get me wrong, but okay, so this is at least doing what I thought it would be, in the sense of like whatever is isolated in white. But like, why is it so weird? You know? I hate that, actually. So, okay. So things that are annoying me about this tool already, and it's just because I don't know how to use it, is that figuring out how to isolate the tone that I want to isolate feels like a lot more challenging than it should be. And when I select a tone that I want to isolate, I am seeing that my mask is applying to nothing and nowhere, which is equally horrible. Why is that? Here we go, here we go. Oh my goodness, I'm getting somewhere with this now. This is honestly the world's most annoyingly horrible tool for this. Okay. So I kind of love that now I can swing this. In some isolated ways. And this is just currently impacting skin, and it looks like the eyes. I wonder if there's a way that I can mask this. So I'm gonna name this, hold on. Because this totally needs a mask and some refinement for sure. And now I'm gonna add another one, and we're gonna go in for the blues. And for anyone in my chat who's not spent a good chunk of time in New York, please, please go. For a little while, it will change your life. Maybe I'm just being melodramatic, but I think that it will. Okay. I'm going to actually have this hit the blue. I'm also wondering if I just like need to be hitting reset, and maybe I was messing that up earlier. I don't really know if I want that to live like that though. Okay, that, we definitely don't want this to be like that. Nope. Why, what is that gonna do for me? Okay. And then, yeah, see, like that element of this tool is so annoying and horrible for me. Because this should be isolating color a lot better than it is. But anywho. Not that I'm gonna leave it this saturated, but now I can like take the temperature of that isolated area into blue. What happens if I do this though? Oh. Ooh. That's scary. That should not look like that. This is decent. I can play with that. So, okay. And then what happens if I take that up a touch? So in this area, I'm like now isolating this blue and trying to like add this into there, and hopefully it's picking up in the nails and stuff too. But I'm not really sure. Okay, so that's my base. This is my skin that I need to do some masking on because it's applying too globally. And this is the beginning of my eye. I definitely need to get into this tonality because this is just super muddy. I have no idea if there's like a clever way to bring that back in or not. Maybe by the end of this, I will just have stolen some of Michael's sluts and been like, you know what, it's fine, we're moving on. But not now. We'll continue on. Okay. So this is gonna be my attempt at this color. Often a weird start. That is not in regards to anything the color that I want to have, which is kind of worrisome because I'm now digesting that this and this live in the same tonal space. Oh my gosh. I feel like what I'm going to end up doing for today is taking a brief moment on this because I've made some progress. I feel like I need to watch some stuff and learn how to isolate my moves a little bit better, possibly reopen this in DaVinci, and then we'll regroup. Thank all of you so much for watching and joining and all of that stuff. I'm finally gonna get back in the groove of everything now that the holiday season's over, and I am so excited to keep the momentum going. I'll see you guys on Tuesday.